right, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for newcomers and returning subscribers. Go ahead and push that red subscribe button and join the family. All right, we're here and we're going to cook some. As you can see, I've got some mushrooms, onions, green peppers, and red peppers. And we have turkey sausage crumbles. And we have some vegetarian burgers that we had in the refrigerator that everyone refuses to eat. So what I'm going to do, what I normally do with leftovers, I'm going to put those in there so they don't get left behind. Okay, we're going to go ahead and start mixing this up and get our other ingredient to make what we're going to make with this. Right, we have boiled some pasta, and as you can see, it's ready. The noodles are ready. And we're going to go ahead and get this mixed up and get about the business of putting this together. I've decided that I'm going to make what we all know as a kid as hamburger helper, but ours is going to have a twist to it because the hamburger is going to be vegetarian burger, and we're going to use the turkey sausage to take it up just a little bit. Now we're going to just take these burgers out of these packages. And as you can see, once you open those up, these burgers are going to be very easy to break up and crumble up. You see that? So we're just going to get all of these vegetarian burgers opened up and crumbled up, and we're going to start mixing up all these ingredients. Now be mindful, if you are vegetarian or vegan, just omit the items that you're not able to eat and you still have a great meal. Now here we go, mixing all these, putting all these ingredients into our giant pan. So we're going to just get that spaghetti, the noodles in there that we're going to use. Okay, gotten those in there. And we're just going to start putting the rest of the ingredients into this pan. Now be mindful. Now before we put these ingredients in, we're going to put a little burn on them, because you know my philosophy about your meats, whether they be real meat or vegetarian, they always do better when you can put a little burn on them. And these are just burgers that we crumbled up. So you just take those burgers, those vegetarian burgers, they will crumble right up. Ooh. Oh, okay. Let's try to do this. We're going to do this. We can do this. We can. Oh. Okay, we can do this. Okay. And we're just going to crumble those up as the pan is getting hot. Okay, we've gotten all that crumbled up and that's in there. So we're going to start adding these vegetables. Okay. Get some of the red and green peppers, some of that onion in there. Yeah. If you've got mushrooms, you want to add those last because they add water to it. Okay. So let's start getting a burn on this. Just take your time and just keep moving that around. Once you see those onions change colors, you'll know you're about where you need to be at, okay? Now I am using the new Time and Table pan set, and I am so pleased with it that I just had to tell you that. If you haven't seen that video, look for that video for the unboxing. And there are a few shorts that'll show you just how good they are too. But look, I sprayed the pan with spray oil and that was it. Nothing is sticking. I mean, it's amazing, you guys. It will sure make your cooking a lot easier. And if you're somebody that's trying to stay away from oils, it'll make that a breeze too. As you can see, very little to no oil. And this is getting the burn on it right nicely, but not, look at this, not sticking at all. At all. Excellent. Just excellent. So we're going to let the, continue to move this around a little bit and let this get a better burn on it so we can add another ingredient. All right. Now that we see those onions are turning colors, we're going to go ahead and add that Jimmy Dean turkey sausage. Just put that right on top. Okay. You want to add maybe a cup or two to it. So if that's not enough, just add a little bit more. Once you do that, once you do that, you want to just put that top back on there till that sausage starts heating up to melt down into that mixture. Right. Once you hear that, you can start to move that around. Look at there. Getting that burn on the bottom of that. Yeah, that's what you want. You want to get a little burn on the bottom of that. Yes, there you go. That's what's going to bring out all your flavor. See that? Got those little spots where you got a little burn on it. Yeah, that's what's going to bring that flavor of that meat out. Then once you've done that, you can go ahead and add your mushrooms, and then you can cut it back. Go ahead and add your mushrooms to the top. Okay, put them on in there. Okay. And then you can put a little bit more of that oil on that if you want. Just a dab. And spread that around. And a little bit more of that oil. And this, as you can see, is avocado oil. So that's a good oil, so you'll be safe with that. And we're going to cut that off, all the way off, and just sit that top on it and let the rest of that heat kind of moisten those mushrooms before we get all this concoction put together and then put in the oven. Okay, that's looking good. We're going to start putting all this together. Got this. I'm going to pour out this meat. And by the way, this meat mixture would make a wonderful fajita taco filling mix. That would just be excellent. If you look at all the ingredients in there, I think that would make an excellent mix for some great fajitas. Okay? So we're just going to start moving this around, getting this mixed up as best as we can. Okay? Now, at this point, when you start mixing your pasta with your meat and vegetables, you're going to see as to whether you think you need some more or not. And those of you who are vegetarians, that when you mix up that vegetarian burger, you're going to know whether you think you might need a little bit more or not. You know, everything is to flavor and to your specifications. So if you like a meaty pasta dish, then add more. But if not, and this is fine, then you can stick with what you got. Okay. So I've mixed all that up, and we're going to try to get some of our dry ingredients in here before we add our wet ingredients. The ingredients I'm using is going to be some garlic powder. We want some parsley flakes. Some Italian seasoning. That Italian seasoning will have your oregano in it. And some pepper. Just some regular old pepper. So we're just going to put those in there. And everything is, you can do half a teaspoon of everything. And then, like I said, everything is to flavor. So if it's something you really like, bump it up a little bit and put a little bit more. But, you know, just whatever your liking is. This is the garlic going on. And you can also crush up and add some fresh garlic. And anytime you have the opportunity to add fresh seasonings, you know I'm all for that. Okay. And we've added that. So now it's going to be time for our wet ingredients. And here's your Italian seasoning. You can be pretty generous with that. All right. Get the wet ingredients. Now, once you get this stirred up, you might find that you might need a little bit of oil. And what I did is I added some of this chili infused oil. Okay? Now, you can use any oil of your choice. Just make sure it has the olive oil base. Or you can also add some avocado and it'll do the same thing. It'll give it that kind of buttery taste that makes your food really, really rich tasting. But because we use very little to no oil in the meat, it didn't have that something that was missing. And that's just a little bit of that butteriness. And this little bit of oil, which you don't need to use maybe a tablespoonful, will make it enough to take it up to the level that you want it to be at. Okay, and after this, you can either sprinkle grated cheese on top, or you can just put it in because we've already used a whole can of the queso cheese. So now this is ready to go in the oven, people. All right, we're ready for this to go in the oven.
A few moments later.
All right, here it comes. Oh man, you guys, this is beautiful. Look at that. Oh, that's just beautiful. Now you try that out. See how you like it. Let me know what meats or non-meats you used. And let's get a taste of this. Okay. All right. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. Another tip is if you like it on the sweet side, just add a half a cup of no fructose corn syrup ketchup. And that'll give it a nice sweet flavor. Thanks again for watching. Have a great night. Bye-bye.